How's it going, guys? Jorel here from Hyper Coliseum, and I'm here with Ryo.
Hi, hi, hi.
All right, bringing you something new. So we are jumping on the Gundam bandwagon. Been having a lot of fun with the game since it came out. I think there's been a vast difference, at least to me, from beta format to now. And the game just feels a lot more fun as a result. I mean, obviously because of like the bigger card pool, we have more stuff to mess with.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially with the creativity everyone's going in with. Like, nothing I've fought has been like entirely the same. So
Yeah.
it's nice.
And we were at locals earlier tonight, and I was telling one of the guys there, I was like, it's cool that, you know, this like two color thing that Gundam's got going on, or even like you could even go down the monocolor, but it's like you don't know what the other person is running until you get like further into the match, and even then you have like a general idea until they start, you know, dropping down specific cards, and then you have to like alter your playstyle and be like, all right, they're running this, you know, how do I play around that?
Right, yeah, definitely. That was like my round one too, because like he started off dropping like the typical lower level like red cards. I'm like, okay. And then like when the LR started hitting the board, I was like, oh, I see, he's playing this deck, guys.
Yeah. So I mean, like you said, we've seen, I think like the general meta right now is like green white wing, blue white blockers, you know, red green Xeon rush, red blue, or not red blue, green blue rush. But even then, like, you know, no two decks are the same. We've seen people like tech in a few cards here and there, and you know, there's been like core engines, but you know, it's been interesting to see. It's not like a, you know, build this list and that's, you know, the list that everyone else is running, you know.
Yeah, everyone tries to have their little monicum of spice. And something I read online was like, there was, I think it was on Reddit, there was someone was like, oh, I'm playing this deck, I copied it T for T from Gen Con, I don't know why I'm losing. And someone was like, oh, well, I mean, if you're gonna copy it card for card, everyone else saw the same thing you're seeing, so we kind of tech for it.
Right. But then, I mean, it also comes down to like player expression, you know, how well you can pilot the deck, and also just like the luck of the draw of like what comes out of your shields, you know, if you have any
For
bases
sure,
or
yeah.
any pilots. But I think that's enough rambling from us for the start of this. Today we've got a cam game between myself playing red blue ping, and then Ben trying out the blue white blockers. So I've kind of kept up with Gundam since the beta launch. Ben hasn't as much, but he still like followed it loosely. So I'm kind of more familiar with the cards than Ben is. So this might be a little slower match, a little newer match. But you know, we get there in the end. I think a couple big things are, you know, if you like seeing Gundam content from us, I know we're primarily a Digimon channel. You know, be sure to let us know in the comments what you guys want to see. If there's anything you want us to expand on a little more. And then, you know, if you like the Gundam content, be sure to subscribe. You know, if you do end up wanting us to do more of this, we're happy to do it, and we hope you stick around.
Yeah, for sure. Any interaction will show us that, you know, that you guys are enjoying this content and want us to push it further, so.
Yeah. Definitely trying to expand our horizons more than just Digi. You know, we'd love to encompass more games, but we want to make sure the audience is there first for it, you know. But yeah, other than that, as Ben likes to say, let's get right into the round. All right, so what's your take on the going second stuff? Because you get that EX resource, you get that level, like.
Yeah, most of the time, I feel like going second is just a heavy advantage. But with certain rush decks, especially like tonight, for example, playing a friend, he was playing just like was it Xeon Rush? He would always prefer to go first. I was like, which I found interesting, but at the same time, with the amount of speed he pushes cards out, like dropping the level 2 1-drop Zaku's, stuff like that, it doesn't hold you back as hard. So it definitely depends on the deck.
For sure. And I think like aggro decks are like the only ones that want to go first, at least at this point in the game. Like, we're still super early into it for sure, but like,
yeah,
just having that level off rip just helps so much, especially to when you're like establishing board and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally agree. Considering the fact that like most plays don't start till you're level 2. It's very rare that someone drop a level 1 drop. So
For sure. And speaking of establishing board, Ben's got a couple blockers out. We've got the Zawart, which can't swing at players, but it's still like a heavy hitter blocker, having 3 AP. Gundam Lifrith being one of the best blockers in the game currently.
yeah,
That 2-4 stat line is crazy. Can handle most early aggro, like the I think that was the Rizal I had on board in the Jin. Jin.
Jin.
Being 2-2 stat line versus, and then the 4-3 stat line. So he's
yeah,
able
forget
to
one of the best blockers, bro. It's like one of the best units in the game. It's just so much value out of like one card.
Yeah. Yeah, the having that 4 HP stat line is pretty good.
Yes.
We see Ben drop a white base here, replacing his EX base, just to start pumping out tokens. White base is a very good card, was great in the beta format. I haven't seen too much of it in the current meta, but I probably also haven't run into too many decks that are actually running it right now, so...
Yeah, the variety of bases now are just so wide that like not many people just default to white base like we were before.
Yeah. So he's gonna pump out the 2-2 gun cannon, because he has the 1 unit on board, so can't pump out the 3-3 grandpa. Coming back,
and it's also interesting because if you think about it, white base, right? You pay 2 resource for 1 unit, where like that could be considered slow because most of the decks that would run the white base most of the time run blue.
Yep.
So it's like for the price of white base, you could play a Corsica, gain 1 unit and or 2 units immediately. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And then here we see the blue, red, pink special of Kshatriya and Marita coming down. I ping both of his units for 1. And then because it is a link unit, we're going to swing in, ping the gun cannon to finish it off. Ben is going to block with the Lifrith to prevent the 7 damage from going through the white base. But I mean, it's a board clear, so can't be too mad about that.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like if you don't block with the Elfrith, it's like, what are you gonna do? Because this is gonna get chumped later. It's like you might as well get the damage in.
Yeah, Marita's ping not being once per turn is kind of insane, especially when you link it to Banshee Destroy mode. Being able to get the 2 swings in 1 turn and then getting 2 more pings out is pretty good.
Yeah, Ben's in that unfortunate situation. You can see him looking at his hand, checking out that freedom, like, oh, why are you so far away? I need you now.
But we are going to drop the Gramps. We're going to pair the Amuro, rest my Jin, and then trade into the Kshatriya. So, not terrible. Getting, getting
not bad, but it does feel rough, dude. Setting your whole turn just to clear 1 unit.
Yeah. But I mean, getting a key piece off the board is also helpful. Just doesn't help that you can't really drop anything else. Just like
right, yeah, he's in a tough resource predicament right now.
Yeah, for sure. So
especially looking at his hand, he has a freedom, I believe. He has a show of resolve and a couple Amuros. Well, he had. So it's like, what do you do without just sitting stuck after a second there?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna opt to drop a Vesalius here, pick up the top shield. Can't really do much without establishing a little bit bigger of a board, just because like there's not really a point for me to swing Jin into ping the white base. So yeah, we're just gonna drop gun cannon and Jim and just, like I said, establish board, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Cyber-Newtype deck. It goes so wide and has so much toolbox to ping for damage that like there's never a point where you're not pressuring.
Yeah. We are getting into the later points of the game though, or so like we're hitting the later levels, so Ben does have a bit more options here. Especially getting access to his higher end. We are gonna see another Gramps and Amuro, which is gonna rest something else.
Ben sliding the Amuro under that grandpa with the ferociousness. Ben was ready.
Yep. So we're just deciding what to rest here. We end up resting the gun cannon. And then just thinking about what to do next.
Yeah, which is low-key, I feel like the best choice. Stops from tapping 2 cards with a potential pair later. So
yeah. I did notice something that Ben could have done differently here is that if he was planning to do that anyway, why not pay the 2 drop, make the token first, that way you get the 3/3 Gundam, and then you drop the armor repair. Which, at least that way the token could have been a little bigger.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment of foresight is a little rough sometimes.
Yep. So we're gonna drop the Angsha and 2 gun tanks.
Man. Jeez, talk about free damage.
Put some damage down on that Gundam. Especially with Jim and Jin being 2/2s apiece, like we can just send one of those guys in to finish him off. It's exactly what we do here. And then keep the board full with another vanilla Kshatriya.
Somebody get this man a 0, please.
He ain't playing green. There's no saving him here.
Yeah, you have to think, like, being blockers at this point. What do you do? It's just too late, especially with how cloggy his hand been from. You can see from like the little corner glance there, just too slow.
Yeah. Does have the show of resolve, but like even then, paying 3 to just draw 2 at this point, it just it's so late.
Too wasteful. Yeah, it's too wasteful of a turn.
Yep. So we are gonna drop the freedom. That one during pair does -2 something, right? You pair either it or another one of your white units.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate because even at this point, unless he has the Kira, if he pairs, he minuses 2 something but doesn't tap anything. So no even trades. The most he can do is swing into your base just for you to go through to his base or swarm him. So
yeah. So Ben opted to swing in just to get a little bit of damage on the base. I'm gonna show of resolve on my end. Draw 2 and just, you know, kind of think of what to do next. Because like as many dudes as I have on board, white base is still 5 HP, so it's not really beneficial for me to swing in right now.
Still at least 2 cards from your side, leaving 3 weenies up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna drop the Gramps and armor on my end. Can't rest the freedom because it is 6 HP. But now this gives me the breaking power I need to just start pushing through.
Yeah, what a heavy play to sit across from. It's like, what do you do here from this point of view?
Yeah. So I am just gonna swing in for 3. I'm swinging in my lower end first just to see if I can like bait the block. Because I want to try. I think my thought process here was like I kind of want to try finishing off his freedom with Gramps. Just because that's the only thing that has like enough power to, you know, one-shot it.
Yeah.
He is gonna let white space go. We're gonna start chipping away at shields now. So we're just swinging in with a bunch of low end. He does have unforeseen here, which is pretty good. So it's just gonna -3 AP the gym. Does nothing. And then he is gonna end up to block because he can still do that. Actually, I don't think he could have done that because I think it's you declare blocks and then it's action step. Yeah. Regardless, like again, like he's still trying to pick up the game after some time away from it. And I don't think he's played since the beta. The outcome wouldn't have changed too much because he could have just declared the block and then done it. So
the outcome ended the same way, just a matter of timing or rules.
And then, like I said, send in the Gramps to finish off freedom. And then while we were playing, TJ pointed out that Ben has Mirage Brain and separating his resources into 4s.
Yeah. Yeah. Typical blue player. Everything blue.
That's crazy. But yeah, Ben kind of in a rough spot. Again, not playing green, so we don't have wing 0 to clear board. But we're only sitting at 1 gun cannon. He's got a bunch of small guys to just try to clear out, which we will do. We're just going to send gun cannon into one of the gun tanks. Just whittled on the board a bit. So at this point, I need a link to be able to present lethal. But we do have Unicorn and Banniger on Ben's side, which gives him a link. He's going to draw 1. And then at least gives them the opportunity to clear something else for me to not have lethal on the next turn. So we're going to swing in, clear out another one of the gun tanks, try to take as minimal damage as possible, and then we're going to pass turn. So here we're gonna tap the Vesalius to give Kshatriya +1 AP, and then replace it with another Vesalius. And that, air quotes, refreshes the skill on Vesalius. So I can give +1 AP to another thing later. Show of Resolve, Pot of Greed, classic card.
Vesalius is such a good like multiple use card. It's so nice.
Yeah. So then we're gonna drop an Angsha, ping Unicorn for 1, and then Rizel. So right now Kshatriya is a 4/4. We're gonna send the Angsha that's already on board to trade into the Unicorn. Send Kshatriya and pass turn because I just dropped the other two, so they can't do much right now. So as much as I put out bodies, Ben's still holding decently, but like barely holding the line as it is.
He's doing his best to stay alive, but it's also it's also you trying to clear his units over just going for game.
Yeah. Which I think
just
that's a
potential clapback.
I think that's a thing that is definitely like gonna make or break a player in Gundam. You know, deciding when to go for units or when to go for face.
Yeah,
because like
I agree.
You know, on the aggro end, you know, all you're worried about is face, but then you present your opponent with the opportunity. It's like, do I clear the board or do I try to hit them back before they can hit me faster?
Right. Yeah. Threat assessment is very important in this game. I cannot tell you the amount of times where I'm like, oh, I have lethal on board. I'm just gonna go face. And then their last shield is a base. I could proceed to just lose from there from the clapback. I was like, oh, I see. So you're telling me leaving 5 units on the field is not a good idea. I understand now.
Yeah. Player expression is just like a huge thing. Like that's honestly that's why I'm having so much fun with Gundam right now. Is that there's so many like different ways to play the decks.
And it's nice because like when you're sitting at locals and you meet a player that like you recognize from like multiple times now, you're like, I understand he plays this way, so let me try to adapt to him, and just to adapt to someone else the next game. So
for sure. So I think we're getting close to the end here. Here comes the Unicorn destroy mode with the Marita Link. So we're gonna swing in, skill, shuffle back 12 cards, which the fact that this shuffles your deck it's kind of wild to me.
So good, especially since everything like randomly goes to the bottom in this game.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh man, like I remember I was reading this card, and someone used it against me. I think it might have been you, but you're like, okay, to the bottom, then shuffle. I was like, not just to the bottom. You're like, no, I shuffle. I was like, oh jeez.
Yeah, the way that Gundam does stuff is definitely different than normal Bandai, like, you know, One Piece, Union right now, Digi, all of them like send to the bottom of the deck, and then outside of like sending cards to the bottom of the deck. What's up?
Is Ben supposed to add shield here? He just hit a base out, right? Or
No, I think
I don't know if he hit it.
I think that last card was the base, because he has his resources in main deck in the same sleeves.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think we're about to see. Yep, there it is. Last resource flip over.
Okay, yeah.
But what was I saying? The so many blockers. The fact that, you know, normal like other Bandai games, you know, the most deck interaction we do is just send to the bottom. And here we like in Gundam we have the same thing. You know, you send to the bottom, albeit in a random order. But then you also have stuff like Banshee where it just outright shuffles the deck. Like that's the first time we've seen something like that. In any
Which is
sort of Bandai game.
a low-key powerful skill in its own. Like I think people underestimate how good of a skill just shuffling your deck is.
Yeah, like, you know, both of us have you know, Vanguard history, you know, being able to search and then like reshuffle the deck, you know, can change the outcome of the game like pretty heavily.
It's definitely something I playing now in Bandai over Bushiroad. I definitely didn't take it full advantage of. Like I do miss randomly shuffling my deck whenever I wanted to.
Yep. Yeah, so coming down to the wire here, Ben's got 2 blocks established. I've got three swings on board. So I think at this point it's more or less case closed. He does have 2 resources up, which I don't remember how much unforeseen incident costs.
I believe it's 1. It's a 3/1, I think.
Yeah. If he has it here, he could definitely
the possibility's
play it.
there.
Yeah. But I don't think he does, so we just end up taking it. Yeah, last card in hand, I think. What card is that? Sword Strike?
Oh, Sword Strike.
Sword Strike.
Sword Strike.
Yep. Yeah, that's new type ping takes it. Yeah, I mean, again, like Gundam's a new game. We want to jump on it, so hopefully this this serves as a good starting point for us and for you guys as well. Gundam's definitely been taken off. I feel like the hype is very much there. Like, product availability aside, a lot of people have been excited for this game, and you know, we've been excited on our end to finally start playing this. So yeah,
I agree 100%.
That's all I got. Any closing thoughts?
No, I'm just looking forward to potentially putting out more games for you guys and just playing more in general with not only Jorel here, but my other friends, other locals, meeting new faces. So
yeah, for sure. Deck lists, we're gonna have them in the Discord like usual, like with our other Digi stuff. They're not gonna be in the deck discussion thread, but I mean, we have an other TCGs channel that we can definitely like talk about Gundam and toss our deck list in there for you guys if you want to see them. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, if you did want to see more of this, let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate the support. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
a good one.